Hi. So I want to talk about if you're put into a position where you're at your job and you're basically forced to quit. And the reason I'm bringing this up because these are two incidents where it cost me my job, but I had to make a choice, a terrible decision I had to make because nobody wants to be out of work, right? Excuse my teeth. I have to get work done on them. I accidentally ate something really hard and broke my tooth, so I'm gonna have to get work done on my teeth. So that's coming soon. So, there was a particular moment. These are actually three jobs where there was an issue. The first one was due to the weather. There was snow and sleet outside and ice. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was scared to get out there. I was really scared. Like, you literally had to go across the dam to get to the job. So I told them I wouldn't be able to come in. I contacted them at early enough time to let them know. And then I was threatened with the write-up if I didn't come in. So I was like, I was caught between a rock and a hard place. What do I do? Like, do I risk my life and go to work? What do I do? Because it was just a bad situation. Next job, which is number 2. The next one, I think that one was mainly because it was too ghetto. And this one I was working at a hospital because even though I didn't get all the training I was supposed to, I still got out there. I still tried to learn the job to the best of my ability. But it got to the point where I was sent on my lunch break, come back from my lunch break, and the lady that's going to take over evenings as a supervisor starts yelling and screaming at me, making a scene in front of all the customers and clients when I was told by my main supervisor I could go to my lunch break. So while she's yelling and screaming at me, making a scene, I'm asking her professionally and calmly, hey, can we step to the side and speak so I can let you know what's going on? And she said, no, like I'm not allowed to speak. And then expected me to follow her to the gym. That's where I was working at. So I said, I need to speak to HR because how you're speaking to me is highly inappropriate and highly unprofessional. You don't have the right to yell and scream at me to get your point across. So I asked her I need to be excused. And I go towards HR and she goes to run to the guy that's over them, telling them that I'm about to go to HR. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to go to HR. This lady just embarrassed the mess out of me, yelling and screaming at me in front of everybody. And then they didn't do anything about it. So the last job that I had an incident with, I actually reported it to HR. They apologized to me because I told them that they was working me so hard at that job because we didn't have that many employees. We only had like 6 employees on our shift. And I told them how they were working me to the point where I was having pain. And I even had to go to the doctor because I was having pain in my leg area, around the hip area, because they put too much of a workload on my body. Like, I understand that you have to be able to lift at least 40 pounds, but I was doing that times that. It shouldn't have been over 40 pounds. So I feel like that's what made me start to hurt. And then they had this thing saying that first shift was not doing their work, and we had to kind of catch up, and I don't think that was fair to us, because I think that's probably what was causing me pain, because they trying to split the work between all 6 of us, and we ain't but 6 people, and they trying to clear up from first shift so we can be able to do our shift, and I don't feel like that was fair. And when I said something to her, she just like, well, you don't do nothing but clean the bathrooms. I'm sitting here like, I clean all the bathrooms. The only reason I wasn't doing the men's is because they was renovating. But I clean all the bathrooms 3 times a day. And more than likely, I had to end up cleaning them a lot more, because they, you know how some people are, like, they leave the bathroom in a mess. So I like my stuff to be nice and fresh when people come in and everything like that. But then when you got me on the compactor and stuff too, and you clocking me while I'm going like I'm a machine, I'm doing the best that I can within my body. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like they was not understanding that. They just looking at it as, well, we're trying to get caught up. First shift left work on us. They ain't even doing no work, but that's not fair to us. So on top of that, they was clocking me when I go to the bathroom. Like, I'm sitting here like, this lady literally stood outside the bathroom talking about some, you only get a 5. Yeah, what I was going to say was, before the camera cut off, is I was using a bathroom one day, and she literally stood outside clocking me while I'm in the bathroom. And I come out, and she like, you only allowed to get a 5-minute grace period. I'm like, sis, when is that? Like, I'm working all night. Like, I'm doing my work. I'm doing my job. Like, I should be allowed to use the restroom whenever I need to use it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like when you get hired somewhere, first of all, they need to train you on whatever position, whether you have experience or not, just so if things have changed in the system, that at least you know how to do things every which way, because they already trained you. Not try to just throw you on the floor because they don't hardly have workers. Secondly, they need to learn how to talk to people. Like, you cannot yell and scream at somebody and still expect them to use professionalism because this is their job. No, you are literally pushing them out the door, because it's not too many people that's going to let you scream and yell at them like they're a child. And on top of that, if you don't have enough workers, then you need to come up with another game plan. You can't just run your workers into the ground just because you don't have enough workers, and then when they get hurt, you ready to send them to do a drug test and get examined because you think they under the influence. No, they getting hurt because you putting too much of a load on their body. There's no reason why I should have had to go to the hospital and get muscle relaxers. That's how bad I was hurting. So, I'll tell the truth. When I'm hired, I do whatever I have to do to learn the job, so that I know what I'm doing and I know how to be the best I can at that job. But I do not deserve to be abused. I don't deserve to be overworked. I deserve to be worked within my limits, just like everybody else. And that's not right on how y'all doing people when they become employed. Like, that's not fair. That's the reason I filed with HR, because that don't make no sense.